Violence never settles anything apart from injuring your own soul. It injures the best cause. It lingers on long after the object of hate has disappeared from the scene to plague the lives of those who have used it against their foes. This is one of the leadership thought of late political icon Obafemi Awolowo on the need for dialogue and peaceful coexistence to move Nigeria forward. These words set the tone for what we shall be looking at today on the program as Gov.Yahaya Bello hosts the first annual seminar for political and crime correspondents across Nigeria. The workshop aimed at equipping the relevant section of the media with first-hand information about their areas of focus and enlisting them as ambassadors in the continued call for peace and unity in Nigeria. It was also to forge an alliance with the media with regard to patriotic. It was also to forge an alliance with the media with regard to patriotic report in the interest of the nation, especially at this time. In this episode, we also have an interview session with media practitioners on the media training and key issues discussed. It is good to have you join us on another episode of Confluence Day today. I am Tosi Obiakeme. It promises to be an interesting package. Sit back and enjoy the show. The security challenges and political tension across the country calls for dialogue among stakeholders in the polity. One of such stakeholders is the media. The media being a major institution to the entrenchment and sustenance of democracy requires regular training and retraining to understand the concept of developmental and peace journalism as the nation's democracy continues to evolve. This is the purpose of the first annual GYB seminar for political and crime correspondents in Nigeria, held at the Transcorp Hilton, Abuja.
My dear friends, I welcome you all wholeheartedly to this inaugural meet and greet seminar. Good things have successes takes time, including development and good governance for a society. Fireworks may light up the night, but finally, people must calm down and be patient and wait for the day to dawn. I consider leadership to be a marathon, not a sprint. With this in mind, we face our work every day as if tomorrow did not matter. Some said we are headstrong, others called us arrogant, but we call it leadership.
The two-day seminar was an eye-opener for many participants on peace reporting in a crisis situation, developmental journalism, constructive criticism, and agenda setting for national development. President, Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ President, Nigeria Guild of Editors were present to present papers at the seminar.
Gathering journalists from across the country for this engagement, for this workshop, for this seminar, I must say is a step in the right direction. No doubt, the Kogi State government, under the present administration of Governor Yahaya Bello, has been substantially transformed. The governor has been able to bring his youthful energies to bear in transforming the state from a decrepit point where he met it to the pinnacle point where the state comfortably sits today. In our national discourse, he's been able to place the state conspicuously that you can hardly discuss Nigeria in a positive light without giving a good place for Kogi State. What is happening today is also one of the positives coming from that state, the Confluence State. And I want to believe this is the first of its kind, that the governor has deemed it necessary to gather members of the fourth estate of the realm, not just to sit down and talk to them and go, but to empower them, especially as the country is faced with the twin challenges that we have today. The issue of insecurity, and of course, the politics that very soon is going to be enveloping all of us. And that's why he deemed it highly imperative to gather journalists covering the crime beat, and of course, journalists covering politics. I want to believe that by the time we are done with this engagement, which of course is themed along the line of reporting Nigeria for Nigeria, we would have been fully equipped to confront the issues staring all of us in the face.
Let me start with the issue of youth participation in politics. The governor is in the local government in Nigeria today, but if he had shown interest in politics, nobody would have gone to his house to give him the position of a governor. So I appeal to the youth. It's not enough for you to just say that you use me as maybe campaign materials, as talks. Join politics. Register as a political party member. Get involved in your activities, and nobody going to give you position a la carte. It's not possible. It's not enough for you to say, okay, I'm a youth leader. Then after that, what happens? So that's why today you talk about the president of France, Emmanuel Macron. Of course, he's a young guy, but if you check his history, he became a commissioner at the age of what? 20 something or thereabout. He showed interest, and today he's the president of France. So that should happen here, in Nigeria. Not just, it's okay, you want to participate. Of course, it's good. Today, the training program we are on today, we talk about a lot of things, because my colleagues should know that you must always update knowledge every day, because today our profession is very dynamic. What you know yesterday may have expired last night. So you have to get fresh knowledge so that you keep yourself updated. Otherwise, if you don't shape in, so we shape out. That is why I thank those organizers of this training program, in the sense that they give us opportunity for us to update our knowledge and participate actively in our profession. And the choice of the participants is also key. Crime correspondents are political reporters.
Media executives and editors at the event agreed that the seminar was timely, purpose-driven, and important for media practitioners. Leadership challenge in Nigeria, insecurity, rotational presidency, and the 2023 elections. Journalists did not hold back as they sought to know the stand of Gov.Yahaya Bello on many national issues.
You said that you've done very well in security, and I think that is maybe widely known. What would be your position really on the issue of state police? Categorical, whether you are in support or not.
In the course of your speech, you touched on the vexed North-South dichotomy and rotational presidency. It's a very, very germane issue that Nigerians actually want the controversy to be cleared. Muhammadu Buhari will be finishing his second term of 4 years in office. Now, the northern part of the country, people are now talking about, let's go for merits. Let's stop ethnicity. It's not in our constitution. It's an informal arrangement within APC or People's Democratic Party. I want you to be quite categorical. What is your impression about the vexed issue of rotational presidency? Thank you.
The governor of Kogi State was able to address all the questions to the satisfaction of participants. He touched on many issues, explaining the reason the country needs to unite and not divide. Gov.Yahaya Bello addressed all the questions agitating the minds of journalists, ranging from insecurity, economic sustainability, rotational presidency, and youth involvement in politics. A canvas for paradigm shift in leadership and a new orientation by followers in choosing a leader, and believes the most competent man should get the leadership role in Nigeria as the first consideration and not religion or ethnicity.
Nigeria is a ship or it's a flight that requires the best captain to steer or lead affairs to the desired destination. And I've always asked this question. There has been rotation, so to speak, from PDP almost all this while. And what has been our result between then and now? If zoning will solve our problem, as at the time President Olusegun Obasanjo was the president 2 times, all the problems of the South should have been solved. As at the time President Musa Yar'Adua, of blessed memory, came on board, the whole problem of the North should have been solved. Or when it returned back to South-South, the problem of the riverine, the Niger Delta, or of the whole of the South should have been solved. When you look at it, I think it is unconstitutional. Not in our own party constitution, the APC, and it's not there in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. We can't be picking and choosing when it suits us. Today, if you're sick and you have to be operated upon, you want the best doctor to operate on you. Not where the doctor comes from, not the religion he practices, but who is the best doctor. Now put that aside. If we should continue on the sentiment of this rotation of presidency to this region or to that region, I say, okay, let's do it perfectly. In the interest of fairness, equity, and justice. If that is the angle you want to come from, fine. Let's go on the table and then look at it. And we should not just take it from 1999. Let's even go back to 1960. From the independence that we Nigerians have been leading ourselves. And let's extrapolate all the various leaders we've had from at national level or at federal level. You will discover that all other geopolitical zones as it exists today have at one time or the other occupied the position of the presidency, either as president or vice president. If we should go by that, then North Central has been largely shortchanged. Then let's focus our attention on North Central. Then we should take it from 1999. Then you're talking of North Central and Southeast. But I continue to insist on let the best candidate emerge. We know today that we know what is happening across the world, across the globe. Younger generations are taking charge. They are not just being involved or included, they are taking charge. and they are driving the modern world. For crying out loud, Nigeria cannot continue to live behind or live in the past. It is high time we move forward. On the issue of state police, let me ask this question. At some point in time, Nigerians agitated that we should have state electoral commissions. And we're now having state electoral commissions. The same Nigerians today are crying that no, let local government elections be conducted by INEC. You can imagine if we have state police with arms and everything at our disposal. I can speak for myself that at all times I will always be fair, just, and equitable. I will always lead from the front and hunt down those criminals, just like we're doing today. I can speak for myself. I can't speak for the baby behind me that I am backing, not to talk of any other person out there. How he or she will use or misuse the state police. What's important today is community policing. Let everybody be vigilant. We're doing it today in Kogi State without state police, and we're getting it right. Though it may depend on what you define as state police. But to me, as a leader and as a people, let us be sincere with ourselves. A lot of crimes and criminalities that are taking place today are politically motivated. If we are ready to have a secured, free, and a safe society, it behoves on us, the leaders, and equally the followers, to make Nigeria a secured environment.
The first day of the seminar ended with the general belief that Nigeria needs a new crop of leaders who are youthful, energetic, focused, agile, and not emotionally attached to tribe or religion. That was a seminar that really tasked every journalist to be patriotic and consider more of developmental journalism to make the nation a better place. I must tell you that was just the first day of the seminar. In our next episode, we will be bringing you the concluding part of the 2-day seminar and the essay competition for journalists and who won what at the end of the day. You surely don't want to miss that. Welcome back. Growth Tracker spoke to some journalists at the event who expressed their opinion about the training and issues discussed. Do enjoy the interview.
This seminar has proven that it's good for Nigeria to write their own stories. It has also shown to me that even among Nigerians, even when we are complaining, there are good elements, good character, good subjects for leadership. And from what we gathered today, I think the governor and his team, they have been able to show us that something's happening in Kogi and everyone should look towards that area. I'm quite delighted that when they reel out the achievements of the governor, I believe that he has a stake in the Nigeria situation, Nigeria matter. So I believe I've been enriched, my knowledge has been enriched, and my mind is open to what is happening in Kogi State. And I think Nigeria should look towards that area and see what we can learn from the governor and his team. You can see the vibrant energy that the governor, deployed, speaking to all of us, and that shows the fact that he has a lot. You can see how he spoke in impeccable, English, and of course the points he marshaled along with his team. Like somebody said, the lion does not give out a goat. So I believe the governor, has the energy and then of course the vibrancy, to exhibit as a leader.
I would like to commend his team of strategists for what they've done, bringing crime correspondents and political correspondents together for a training like this, for a seminar like this, for an enlightenment like this. Is the first of its kind. It shows vision. It shows that he knows what he's doing. It shows that he's really determined to lead. It has never been seen this way, and it is quite strategic, bringing these two core segments of these two beats in the Nigerian journalism space together: crime correspondence and political correspondence. It convinces me that he's got something upstairs, and if it's his idea, that in fact that's a very lofty idea. If it's the idea of his strategists, he should surround himself with such kinds of strategists. Then coming back to your question, I've never met him before, but I am one of his followers online, IG and Twitter, and I like his energy. I like the fact that he's a young person that is not up to 50, at least, in Nigeria, leading a state. And today is my first day of meeting him, and I can describe him as a very, very unassuming person, humble to the core. He shook my hands, and I took a picture with him. That is very, very outstanding. And I think that's the kind of people we should be looking at. We talk about tribe a lot. We talk about ethnicity a lot in this country. We talk things like zoning, all these things. No young person is interested in knowing whether an Hausa man is in power, or Yoruba man is in power, or Igbo man is in power. Once you create the atmosphere for young people to thrive, create the atmosphere for the old to thrive, create the atmosphere for middle income earners to thrive, create the atmosphere for a cobbler to thrive, do his business with dignity, and to create the atmosphere for a nail cutter to thrive, do his business with dignity and prosper in it. Nobody is interested in who I am talking about. It is the political class that divides us.
You know, the youths are predominantly more than the adults now. I think they constitute about 70%, if I'm not mistaken. When I say youths, I mean from ages of 1 to, let's say from ages of 18 to 40. But we can still take it to 50. And you know, the governor is in that bracket, and he's a vibrant young man. And for him to have deemed it fit to organize this program is a laudable one. You know, we want to actualize the dreams of Nigerians. What actually Nigerians should look like, Nigeria should look like. We are talking about the economy, we are talking about culture, we are talking of interactions between the nationals, Nigerian nationals. So you can see that it is beneficial. It has brought political and crime correspondents and editors together. Apart from the fact that it will broaden their knowledge of all sectors of the economy, because we are also talking about the economy here. Apart from, the seminar is not even restricted to Kogi State alone. It's a broad perspective of the nation entirely. And by the time we come out of this seminar, the journalists will be patriotic in their reports. There will be no issue of fake news, and everybody will be careful in his or her reportage. And you can also see the caliber of people that are attending this, the caliber of journalists that are attending this seminar. The NUJ president is here. the President Nigerian Guild of Editors is here. You can see the caliber of the MD of leadership, Mr. Azubuike Ezekwene. And you can also see other notable journalists here. It is what I can call a sort of train the trainer seminar. We will now go back and tell our subordinates and our colleagues how to do it better, so that Nigeria can be one, so that we can be a one united family.
I think, like one of the speakers said, the only reason why you won't admire him is if you don't meet him. And coming here today and meeting him, a whole lot of narrative that we have heard about him, for me, has changed. Because now, with some of the papers his ministries, his commissioners have presented, we can see that the man is really up and doing in the confluent state, which is Kogi State. And you can also look at the fact that he's visionary, is that dexterity to work, that youthful zeal and strategy to bring things together. I think he has actually displayed it. Well, for me, the best thing that can happen to this country is to start to look at people of his caliber to run the affairs of this country. Because I have seen that this man is like a bridge between the old and the new. And we need to give his type that chance to be able to have their hand on the pie and to also know what they can bring to the table, especially when it comes to the higher position of the presidency.
Wow, that was informative. We have to round up the show now because of time. But remember, in our next episode, we shall bring you the concluding part of the first annual GYB seminar for journalists and how Kogi State has gone through different forms of reforms in the last 6 years under Gov.Yahaya Bello. And from all of us at Growth Trackers, do enjoy the rest of your day.